think I can. I think I can. I hated it as soon as I thought it. What was I, a little engine who could? No, I was a fully grown adult, and I could make it up any hill I wanted, thank you. All I needed was to keep walking, 2 more blocks, right up to the door of the bar and step inside. People did things like this every day. Well, people walked into buildings. Did women in their mid-30s frantically Google places to be gay in Los Angeles at 3 a.m. after waking up and realizing the bed was half empty because they'd broken up with the best shot they'd had at forever, and the very next evening walked directly from their office to the bar that was high up in the search results? Maybe not. A couple of guys fell into step behind me, and I didn't worry any more than I usually did as a woman out in public alone. Which was more than never, but not lots. I didn't even necessarily think anything when I heard the word ass, because, after all, there were plenty of asses in the world. Mine was only one of them. But the talk between the men became pointed, and I felt that sinking realization that it was exactly my ass and my body they were discussing. Their voices grew louder, like they were eager for my reaction. And even though this section of Sunset Boulevard was far too busy for me to worry about safety, I hated that I had no good solution. In my dreams, I'd whirl around and give them a lecture about bodily autonomy and the male gaze. But somehow I didn't think they were in a learning mood. I also hated the thought of marching away from them into the queer bar, even though I knew they were unlikely to follow. The decision to head over to the first location in my newer and queerer life had been born of sleep deprivation and the panic of dying alone. A mild case of street harassment hardly seemed a good omen to begin this quest tonight. There were a few fast food or fast food-ish restaurants nearby, so I figured I could step into one and wait for the men to continue on to wherever they were heading. Some nightmare bro convention at the heterosexual hipster bar down the block, perhaps, to discuss crypto or X or Snyder cuts and compete for who could casually cross their arms the hardest and stand with their legs furthest apart. "Hey, assholes," a voice called out, bright like a bell. "Maybe this is cool behavior under whatever rock y'all normally live under, but this is a society and you're disgusting." I turned in the direction of the shouter to see a short woman around my age, dressed in a brightly patterned jumpsuit with color-coordinated Crocs. I could feel that the group of men had turned in her direction too, and from the muttered apologies and dashes across Sunset and away from her, they had not been prepared for such a confrontation.